By now, you've probably seen this video that's gone viral. It shows a Minnesota toddler falling out of a car while still strapped into her car seat. Thankfully, this little one was not hurt, but police say the problem was the car seat itself. It was not properly fastened into the back seat of the vehicle. And then just yesterday in Caldwell, Idaho State Police investigated a crash on I-84. ISP says a Fruitland man was trying to turn through an emergency crossover on the interstate when another car struck his vehicle. ISP says they found a child in the other car, and the child was in a safety seat, but again, a seat that was not properly buckled into the vehicle. Police say those involved in the crash were taken to St. Alphonsus in Boise, and the extent of their injuries not known at this time. But boy, these recent crashes highlight the potential dangers associated with not installing those car seats properly. In fact, experts say 4 out of 5 car seats are not installed correctly. Brian Holmes is live to show us how to do the job right. And Brian, I feel like we've done this before, but I guess we just can't do it often enough. It's such a big issue.
Well, there may be a step or two that you may forget about. In both those cases you're talking about, the child was in the car seat properly, but the car seat itself was not attached to the car properly. We have Jennifer Rogers here with St. Alphonsus, who's brought us a collection of different types of car seats to kind of show us how they will go in, but basically what should be best for your kid, which one they fit. First of all, just give us a quick overview of what you have here.
Yeah, so here we have an infant car seat. This is a rear-facing only car seat that we want to use for our littlest of kids. And then the next car seat is a convertible car seat. This one goes both rear-facing and forward-facing. And then this is a forward-facing only car seat that we use for our older children. And then on the end, we have a booster seat, which is for a child that's ready to have the harness removed. And this will help make sure that the seatbelt fits them more appropriately.
And you mentioned there aren't any rules specifically for Idaho that require anybody to be any of these seats up beyond the age of 5, but there are recommendations, right?
Absolutely. We recommend keeping your child rear-facing as long as possible. So you want to look at the car seat. Each car seat is going to have a sticker that tells you the maximum weight, and you want to keep your child rear-facing to that maximum weight. When you move to the convertible car seat, that will also have a rear-facing limit and a forward-facing limit.
Okay.
So we want to keep them rear-facing as long as possible, and definitely beyond the age of 2 if we can.
Let's start with this one here. This is the one that has the base to it. So if we wanted to install this one properly in the car, first of all, you got to detach the base. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. So I can take this base off and install the base, and then I can pop the car seat in and out, or I can install this car seat without the base using a seat belt over the top of this.
And that seems to be kind of where some people get hung up, because well, some of these you can use this without the base, right?
You can, absolutely. The nice thing about having a base is you don't have to install it every time.
Right.
And car seats are safe if they're installed correctly.
Is it easy to unhook that really quickly?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can kind of show that inside here it has the straps that would hook onto the inside of the car. And we've got the car over here if you want to kind of show us a little bit where that goes.
Yeah, so I can install a car seat in 2 ways. I can install a car seat with these lower anchors, or I can install a car seat with the seat belt. Neither one is safer than the other. You want to look at your vehicle manual and use whatever your vehicle recommends.
Okay, and some of these cars, like some of the newer ones here, they have, for these clips right here, just right on the inside of these cars. You can see there's just reach your finger inside there, and they have some metal buckles that you can attach those to. So if you don't want to use the car seat that goes across, you can just attach them then there and then kind of cinch them down. That might be an easy way to do that, right?
Absolutely. For a lot of vehicles, it's easier to install with the lower anchor. But if it's difficult in your car seat or in your vehicle, it's okay to use the seat belt.
Okay, I'm going to grab this one really quickly because this is, again, if you wanted to use then without the base, what's the best way to put that one in?
Yeah, so I'd put it in the vehicle. I'd want to make sure that it's level. Every car seat's going to be a little bit different. This one has your traditional level. Some of them just have a line, but I want to make sure that my baby's head is at the correct angle. And then I can run the seatbelt through these slots and then pull it in really, really tight and get it locked so that the car seat is secure.
The main thing is just to make sure that that seatbelt then is tight before you pull away.
Yeah, absolutely. We do a left to right tug at the belt path, so I shouldn't be able to move more than 1 inch.
Okay, so if somebody want to do like kind of refresher on this, where can they find information on how to do this properly in their own car?
Safekids.org is a really good website that has installation, and then also there are car seat technicians throughout the valley. So at St. Alphonsus, you can call 367-3454, and we can help with car seat installation. and make sure that it's all done correctly.
And I know before you send new parents home with their child for the first time, you go through this process, don't you?
We have that available to families, yes, where they can schedule an appointment with us and we'll show them how to install the car seat and make sure it's done correctly.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jenny Rogers from St. Alphonsus. So that's kind of a breakdown. Again, all the different types of car seats that you want to look at and see which one best fits your child. But the most important thing, too, is to make sure that it fits your car and you have all of it attached properly. Dee?
Boy, I hope they have classes for grandparents too along the way. Brian, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. You're in the heat of it with a little one. Mine are in all different stages of car seats, and it really can be a bit confusing, but there's also some great YouTube videos that help with that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And those changes happen so quickly too,
They do,
where
don't
the American
they?
Academy of Pediatrics says, all right, we're now doing it this way. So it's important to keep on top of that
Good
as
point.
well, you know. So
Yeah.
we're keeping an eye on it for you.
Yeah, we sure are, but let's all be careful with our kids. It's such an important thing to remember to double check and make sure that that car seat is secure.